With this movie, we begin a section on working with bones and rigging. For those that are unfamiliar with this process, bones and rigging or skeletons that you set up are how you make characters move in your scene or control specific parts of an object within your scene. Let's take a real top-down view of this just to kind of understand different ways that we'll be looking at this before we get into the specifics of working with them. And to do that, we're going to first open something we haven't played with yet, and that's the character wizard, the little person in the upper right-hand corner. I'll click on that, and this is a very fun feature to play with. I won't spend time doing that because you can do it on your own, but I'll accept the generic character that pops up right here. And I'll zoom in using my mouse wheel to kind of scroll into the scene a little bit. When we look at the character over here, there are a ton of layers. This little icon right here is for something called a switch layer that allows us to go back and forth between different views of this character. We'll deal with that also in an upcoming movie, but what I want to concentrate on at this point is this bone layer that, well, has a little bone right next to it. I'll click on that, and when I do, I'll call your attention first to the screen where we see these little strange triangles pop up, which are in fact the bones for the character. But also bring your attention over here to the Dynamic Tools palette. Whenever you select a bone layer or a rigged character, you'll get a chance to work with bone tools and manipulate and make them work. If I grab the manipulation bones right here, that tool, I can go ahead and simply get it to begin working with my character. Again, we're not going to look at animating or working with some of the features, but this is bones in its most basic sense. Whenever you grab one, they're kind of connected together, and you can get some cohesive animation really easily with your character. I'll delete this layer, and we'll take a look at an alternate implementation of bones. We'll come up this time and go to the library. And as that opens up, and we are in the pose section or the character section right here, I'm going to come down and select rabbit. And double click on that. That comes into our scene, and I'll close the content library. And once again here, when we look over on the right-hand side, we see a bone layer for the rabbit. We also see some other switch layers and other items underneath that. And while we've got the ability to go ahead and grab and manipulate these bones right here, let me use the bone manipulation tool. Something that is equally wonderful, really, within the program is that you can set up bones instead to be control levers. And this allows you to very easily control some complex animations. So if I choose this happiness bone right here and click and move that around, we can see our character smiling or alternately going with a downturned mouth. Again, for the mouth too, open and closed. And then for more really sophisticated functions like head turns, where you can go ahead and make this item happen like that and control it really easily for animation. So we will be looking at bones and rigs, not only to control the character's body parts, but how to use bones to create some specific animations as well.